Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing a keto diet easier. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us on our journey.
Normally we would be doing a live stream right now, but because we are unavailable off the grid right now, we're doing this premiere. So you can go ahead and chat amongst yourselves, but just so you know, we have admins that will keep you in line.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be there to chat though, because again, we got the grid. But today we wanted to, we get a question, if I can speak, fairly regularly about what is the difference between the natural strawberry keto chow and the just normal strawberry keto chow.
Line. Sorry.
So the difference is less than 1/10 of a gram per serving.
I really was paying attention. No, my mind was wandering. Sorry, guys. So our natural strawberry is sweetened with monk fruit, and our regular strawberry is sweetened with sucralose. Now, sucralose is not the same thing as Splenda. A lot of times people hear sucralose and they think Splenda and they think their blood sugar is going to go through the roof. It's not the same. Splenda is made with maltodextrin as a filling agent, which is a starch, which will raise your blood sugar, whereas sucralose will not.
Actually, your saliva breaks down maltodextrin and turns it into glucose.
Mm-hmm.
In a 1 gram, 1,000 milligram packet of Splenda, you'll have 12 milligrams of sucralose, which is actually, it's a sucrose molecule with chlorine. The same chlorine that you find in sodium chloride, also known as table salt. Anyway, you take a sucrose, you put a chlorine on it, it makes sucralose, and suddenly it's like 900 or 600 times sweeter. So there's 12 milligrams of sucralose with, I think it's 988 milligrams of maltodextrin. And this is per 1,000 milligrams of Splenda. So we don't use Splenda. We don't use maltodextrin. We actually are very, very careful to make sure that none of our ingredients have maltodextrin, which is particularly difficult with the flavorings because most places that manufacture flavorings want to take the cheap route and use maltodextrin as a carrier for the flavorings. It would actually cost us a lot less money if we used maltodextrin, but instead we use acacia gum because that is awesome for keto.
Which is funny because we didn't learn about any of this until we got into manufacturing and started learning about ingredients. And there are lots and lots of ingredients that they will put with maltodextrin or dextrose to dry it, to hold it wherever in suspension, just different things, and or to coat it in that so it won't stick together. So we've learned a lot.
Okay, so back to natural strawberry. So as Miriam said, the natural strawberry uses monk fruit as the sweetener. Monk fruit is considered a natural sweetener. It's also a high-intensity sweetener, meaning that it's multiple 100 times sweeter than sugar. So you only have to use a little tiny bit of it. Other high-intensity sweeteners are aspartame, ACE-K, stevia, sucralose. There was one other one, saccharin. I can't remember what that one actually is called. Anyway, but because it's a high-intensity sweetener, it means it doesn't take up a lot of space. And I think we're using 120 milligrams of the particular monk fruit we use in the natural strawberry. In the other sweet flavors of keto chow, we're using 80 milligrams, that's 0.08 grams of pure sucralose. What was I? Oh, and we actually, so I have a web page that I wanted to bring up really quick. So if you do a Google search for what sweeteners are used in keto chow, this page will come up. And it says the natural strawberry uses monk fruit, Savory Chicken Soup, creamy tomato basil, spicy taco base, beef soup base, and base powder have no sweetener. The other flavors use 80 milligrams of pure sucralose. Many confuse sucralose with its brand name Splenda, which does use maltodextrin. You can read about sucralose and its benefits and issues here, where it talks about why do we use a chemical
Yep.
like sucralose. Chemical is an interesting word because it doesn't mean much of anything. Water is a chemical. Technically, the air that you're breathing is full of chemicals, specifically oxygen, O2. Anytime you have
Is a chemical?
more than one atom combined together into a molecule, that is a chemical.
Are you being pedantic?
I am being a very pedantic pedant. And it's just because a lot of people will use the term chemical to talk about something they don't like.
And in negative.
To give it a negative connotation. Chemicals are not bad and they're not good. They just are molecules. Again, dihydrogen monoxide, also known as water, is a
We're made
chemical.
up of chemicals.
We are. We're entirely made up of chemicals. People will also sometimes call sucralose chlorinated sugar. Assuming that any form of chlorine is bad for humans, well, that would be ignoring sodium chloride,
which is salt.
Okay, so why do we use sucralose? Well, because it tastes really good. The flavor profile is so much better than anything else that we've tested. We decided, we tested a bunch of different sweeteners, and as of the time of this recording, we're only using the two. We're using sucralose in most of the flavors, and Natural Strawberry uses the monk fruit. We did try stevia and a bunch of other ones, but they didn't quite taste the same. And a meal replacement that doesn't taste so amazing you're sad when it's gone is eventually going to get really, really old, and you're not going to want to drink it anymore. Whereas something that tastes super good, is nutritious, has chemicals in it, that will have better, you're going to want to use it.
Yep, especially if you're doing like a reset or something, if you had dental surgery, whatever, then you'll be able to drink it for a while and not feel like you're going to die and be having this horrible shake.
Yep.
If it tastes good.
And as it says on this page, well, erythritol and allulose would seem like a good choice, but both of those are have a lot of mass as opposed to a high intensity sweetener. They're a massive sweetener, so it would double the weight of Keto Chow. A typical 21 meal bag would only hold 10 meals, and it would cost about the same to manufacture, cost the same to ship, but the price per meal would be about double. So we don't want to do that. So we're sticking with high intensity sweeteners such as sucralose, monk fruit, things like that. And then as it says on the page, we do have the natural strawberry, which is a good option for people. There is a subset of the population, they tend to mostly be female, interestingly enough, that sucralose gives them a headache. And it's not that they've heard something about it being bad and they just don't want it. It actually does give them problems. On the other hand, one of our friends who runs a keto support group, she cannot use sucralose in anything. It does give her a headache. She has no problems with the amount of sucralose in Keto Chow.
So little. Yeah.
As it says, we do have the base powder. Now, a lot has been said about the safety of sucralose. And the thing that most people point to is there's a specific rat study where they gave the rats sucralose and it changed the composition of their gut bacteria.
Yes. And so everybody's afraid of sucralose for that study. But when you find out how much they used, if you use that much on a human, it would do the same thing for sure.
Well, if you gave a human that much, I don't know.
Anything. Grapes.
Liver, it would probably mess them up.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to dosage. This page right here actually gets into it. Let's say you have a 150-pound human. You're doing 1 Keto Chow a day. You're getting 1.17 milligrams per kilogram of sucralose per day. Let's make it even worse. You're going 2 or even 3 keto chows a day, then you're getting 3.52 milligrams per kilogram. That is 4.38% the 80.4 milligrams per kilogram per day that were given to the rats in that study.
It's funny you made that little table.
So you would need to eat 68.5 meals of keto chow a day for your weight
to get the same amount.
To get that 80.4 milligrams per kilogram.
No one could eat that much.
Good luck with that. You would
it's
have
not
to be
safe.
You essentially would need to be taking pure sucralose in pills in order to be able to do that, because it is so sweet that nothing that has sucralose in it that you could
would
taste,
be palatable.
it would not be palatable.
Yeah, your body would reject it.
Yep.
I don't think it's recommended.
Yeah. So anyhow, there you go. I guess we're answering two questions at the same time. Well, number one, what is the difference between the natural strawberry and the regular strawberry? And it's the monk fruit. Also, why do we use sucralose? And we have looked into doing more flavors with monk fruit. The natural strawberry, we came out with that as a way to test, because a lot of people, they look at keto chow and they say, oh, well, if you only had, it's kind of funny, we've had the natural strawberry for a long time, but we get people who say, well, I won't have anything with monk fruit. If you have something, I mean, I won't have anything with sucralose. If you made something with, I don't know, monk fruit, I'd buy it. And we say, we actually have the natural strawberry. It uses monk fruit. Well, I don't like shakes. Okay.
It's okay. We really are in the real food camp still.
Yes.
Just so you know, if you can eat real food, do it. It's better. But keto chow is a tool that we want you to use if you need it for those on-the-go times.
Oh, so my point. Sorry, what I was trying to get to with a bit of a rant. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Back to us.
Yeah.
Was that we introduced the natural strawberry as a way to gauge the interest in different sweeteners. And when we tried that particular monk fruit with the chocolate, it really made it taste weird. Like the chocolate didn't taste good at all. Like it was crazy bitter, but it did pair well with the strawberry. And some people really like the natural strawberry and have been asking us to come out with more flavors that use monk fruit. And it's not something that we have decided against. We're still investigating it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the natural strawberry is one of our least best-selling flavors.
It could just be people don't like strawberry or just don't like our strawberry.
That could be
so
it.
We can always try something new.
Compared to the strawberry, though, the natural strawberry doesn't sell as well. And some people try it and they just love it. The natural strawberry, they're super happy. Other people try it and they're like, why did you make this? This doesn't taste like the other stuff. And we're like, yeah,
it's okay.
That's because
everybody likes different things.
It's true.
You gotta sit up straight.
Okay. I'm still taller than you in the chair. All right. So anything else on that topic you wanted to talk about?
Nope. Do test your blood glucose if you have questions about anything that's a keto product.
Yeah, so whether it's keto chow or anything else, try, don't eat anything else. Try testing that. And even if you have to just go to Walmart and buy one of those really cheap blood glucose testing prick things, try it out and see how you personally react.
And only change one variable at a time. So don't have two keto products and then say both of them are bad, because you can only test one and see how it does with your blood glucose.
We've actually gone to things like KetoCon, and we've had people that would come up, ask us about keto chow, and we asked them if they want to taste it, and they said, nope, because I am only testing one thing like per 3 or 4 hours. And I tested one thing, and I'm checking my blood glucose to see if, and we're like, wow.
Which is so great. I mean, that's how you know if something is good, if you react well to it.
Then they come back the next day and they're like, okay,
I'm ready to
try it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us.
Yep. Everybody have a great day. Remember to be kind to yourself.
Yep.
And you're amazing.
Bye.
Bye.